Hello, friends. Teaching kids about water safety is one of the most important things we can do as parents. We teach them how to avoid certain hazards in the water, but there are some situations that cannot be foreseen. That's when all you can do is to try not to panic. To see certain kinds of animals, you need to go on a safari, because wild animals and people don't usually cross paths. And you definitely wouldn't expect to see a dangerous predator on a crowded beach. So when this incident happened on the beach of Lake Tahoe in August 2016, people were shocked, to put it mildly, and began to run away in all directions. Just imagine, you relaxing quietly on the beach, enjoying the sun, watching your children splash in warm water. And then comes a mother bear with her cubs as if out of nowhere. They probably decided to take a dip too. No matter how pretty they look, bears are strong predators and no one knows what the bear mother may think. What if she decides that someone wants to harm her babies? It definitely wouldn't end well for the alleged offender. Bears, like most wild animals, usually prefer to stay away from people. But since all kinds of buildings and commercial objects continue to encroach on the habitat of wild animals, it is only natural that they may not have time to retreat from their territories. There are several hundred black bears in the Lake Tahoe area, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that this mother bear and her cubs decided to cool off on a hot day. But it still caused a little panic among the beachgoers as a family of bears went down to the water, splashed around a little, and then walked past the sunbathers to go back into the woods. Fortunately, these people knew that no matter how cute and friendly the bears looked, they still needed to keep a safe distance. The bears clearly didn't mind having people around. Because when you're a mother, even if you're a mother bear, you'll do anything to make your children comfortable, and on a hot day, the cubs needed to refresh themselves. And here's a different story, but just as interesting. Wild boars are hard to miss. They have strong bodies and sharp tusks. It's even more difficult not to notice them on a beach, and it's definitely impossible not to notice when a wild boar comes up to you and steals your bag. A thieving boar stole a bag from a beachgoer on Lake Tuefelse in Berlin. German actress Adele Landauer witnessed the incident and she wrote about it on Facebook. According to her, the man's laptop was in the bag that the animal grabbed, so the man rushed after the animal. This man was relaxing on the nudist part of the beach, and therefore he was running completely naked. The actress added that she showed the picture she took of the chase to the man featured in them, and he burst out laughing, after which he allowed her to publish them. The story ended with the animal dropping the bag with the laptop. It turns out that these animals feel rather comfortable in Berlin. They can sometimes be seen even in the noisiest districts of the city. The German capital is now home to about 3,000 wild boars. 3 distinct clusters inhabit the parks of Berlin. They are often a real headache to the local residents. The environmental organization NABU gets frequent reports of road incidents involving wild boars, computer train stops, and attacks on dogs and people. Some people are licensed to shoot wild boars in the city limits, but hunting restrictions and the absence of other predators contribute to the increase in their population in Berlin. Howling of coyotes doesn't surprise New Yorkers anymore. Wild dogs have become accustomed to urban life across North America, filling the ecological niche left behind when wolves died out. In 2015, a photo of a coyote on the roof of a house in Queens, New York went viral. These animals live mainly in abandoned buildings and parking lots. One coyote was even spotted in Central Park. The locals nicknamed it Gal. The predators eat small animals, rabbits and mice, but they also don't mind feeding on leftovers. Coyote populations inhabit major cities throughout the country, from Chicago to Los Angeles, and from Boston to Austin, Texas. About 3 to 4 dozen leopards live in the Sanjay Gandhi National Park near Mumbai. Shots of these majestic animals against the backdrop of the lights of one of the largest cities in India looks amazing. The destruction of their natural habitat is forcing leopards to come to cities in search of food. But these aren't just some fluffy cats, they pose a serious danger to humans. Residents of some of the city neighborhoods are even afraid to leave their homes, and children are only allowed to walk around in groups of 6 or more. However, a recent study showed that leopards can protect their neighbors from rabies by hunting wild dogs, the main carrier of the deadly virus. But there are places on our planet where wild animals can be found regularly. They are the reason that tourists from all over the world decide to vacation there, combining beach holidays with watching animals in their natural habitat. British newspaper The Telegraph prepared an interesting rating of the world's beaches for its readers. It includes coastal areas where populations of different animals live. There are over 10 of these unique places on our planet. We'll show you some of them. There's a unique beach area in the city of Le Grand Douai. At any moment, a herd of wild horses can fill the beach, having decided to take a swim and have some fun in the coastal waters. You've probably only seen something like this in pictures, but you can see it with your own eyes on Espiguet Beach. Relaxing on the beach of Big Major K Island, Bahamas, you can get an opportunity to watch little pigs very closely. For some unknown reason, the animals have chosen this island and enjoy spending time in the coastal area. The most incredible thing is that when they see yachts, the pigs gladly rush into the water, hoping to get some tasty treats. And a beach in the Seychelles is truly unique because the amazing hawksbill turtles live here. This is the only population of these animals on Earth. You can only admire the turtles during the day when they come ashore to lay their eggs. A small number of rabbits live on a small island of Okunoshima, Japan. They literally filled the local coastline and weren't afraid of people. However, the story of how the furry animals got to this Japanese island isn't all that fun. The rabbits were put there to test the effects of poisonous gases. The chemical weapons plant used to be located on Okunoshima. Its ruins still frighten tourists with their looks. Meanwhile, there's a beach in Thailand where tourists can see real monkeys. Although it's hard to predict how such an encounter might end, as the monkeys can be both harmless and rather aggressive, so it's best to stay away from them and not try to offer them food. On the Japanese coast of Itsukushima, you'll have to learn to relax with deer around. Yes, you heard it right. In Shinto, which is professed there, deer are considered to be messengers of the gods. They are protected in every possible way, well-fed, and never harmed. The deer skillfully use this situation and pester local tourists in hopes of getting food. It's thanks to the deer that the coast of Itsukushima isn't famous for its cleanliness. And you can see real penguins on the beach of Inutil Bay, Chile. They feel great there, unconcerned by the tourists watching them. It looks amazing. Tourists regularly encounter kangaroos in the western part of Australia, in the picturesque national park located on the coast. Time and again, the curious animals try to get a closer look at the tourists on the local beaches. And that's all for today, friends. Let us know what you think about today's video. Hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.